new question. The member from Kitchener-Conestoga.
Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Transportation. Minister, last week motorists along the QEW got a glimpse of your vision for winter maintenance as they attempted to maneuver through snow-covered, slippery roads and multi-vehicle accidents. I'm sure many of them wondered where their government was to ensure road safety and how it was that the Minister of Transportation was unprepared for a snowstorm everyone else saw coming. I don't know if you get briefed on the weather, Minister, but given the direct relationship between foul weather and poor driving conditions, you may want to check into the new weather app at the BlackBerry store. Minister, given that you were caught flat-footed last week, will you commit to the House today to keeping yourself apprised of the 5-day weather forecast going forward?
Good question.
Minister of Transportation.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the member for that question. Of course, as I've said many, many times in this legislature, road safety and highway safety is one of the most important responsibilities that I have. And with respect specifically to winter maintenance, the fact that the road safety is such a priority for us is one of the reasons that we have dedicated more resources this year to make sure that right across the province of Ontario, we are in a position to respond to the weather as it occurs. In fact, Speaker, not that many weeks ago, as we've discussed here in the House, I was in position to announce that we have added 50 new pieces of machinery to southern Ontario, which, Speaker, of course, complement the additional 55 pieces of equipment that we put on the roads, mostly in northern Ontario last year. We will continue to work very hard over the course of the rest of this winter season, Speaker, to make sure that we are equipped to deal and that we do deal with winter maintenance conditions. And I look forward to the supplementary so that I can respond. With more information. Thanks very much.
Yes. Thank you, Speaker. Back to the Minister. Minister, we've heard all about this review as to what happened last week from you last week, and I don't know if that review is in yet, but I can tell you what it might look like. It'll say 3 things. Minister, we live in Ontario, Canada, where it snows.
Yeah. 2,
it snowed. And 3, you failed to ensure you were prepared to clear that snow. A couple weeks ago, you boasted about $15 million for winter maintenance. Thing is, only just over half of that went to the actual equipment. The rest to bureaucrats and communication campaigns.
That's typical.
If last week proved anything, it's that we need plows and salters on our roads, not more bureaucracy. Of the $8 million that was spent on equipment, Minister, can you tell us if those plows are actually operational today? Good question.
Thanks very much, Speaker. I want to thank the member for the follow-up question. And I said in my initial response, Speaker, that the road safety is so important for us. It is why we have brought more resources to bear to make sure that we're equipped to deal with winter conditions, Speaker. There's one thing that I can suggest the people of Ontario, certainly the people of the Kitchener-Waterloo region, don't want. I would suggest, Speaker, is that member use sarcasm to try and make the point in this legislature when we're dealing with an issue that's so important, Speaker. It's so important to make sure that we are in a position to deal with winter conditions. It's why we're investing more resources.
I do have a right to hear the answer. Please finish.
Thanks, Speaker. It's one of the reasons that we've provided additional briefings for members of all 3 caucuses to make sure that everyone is very well apprised of what we're doing this year to deal with the conditions. It's why we've added more equipment. It's why we've added more inspectors, Speaker. And I know that over the coming weeks and months, we'll continue to do, from the ministry's perspective, the best job we can to make sure that our roads and highways remain, as they've been for the last 13 years, amongst the safest in North America. Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker.